Hello students, in this video we will be learning virtual function. Now what is virtual? Virtual means existing in effect but not in reality. Virtual functions are used in inheritance. Virtual function is an example of runtime polymorphism. When user use the same function name in both the classes, that is base class and derived class, the function in base class is declared as virtual function. Virtual function is declared using keyword virtual preceding its normal declaration. When a function is made virtual, C++ determines which function to use at runtime based on the type of object pointed to by the base pointer. Thus, by making the base pointer to point two different objects, it can execute different versions of the virtual function. Virtual functions can be accessed through the use of pointer declared as a pointer to the base class. Also, the prototypes of the base class version of a virtual function and all the derived class versions must be identical. If two functions with the same name have different prototype, C++ considers them as overloaded functions and the virtual function mechanism is ignored. Virtual function is used to tell the compiler to perform dynamic linking or late binding on the function. Now see the syntax on screen to declare virtual function. Keyword virtual, then return type of function, then function name will come, then function body. Now see the example. Virtual keyword, return type of function is void, function name is display, and then function body. Now see the program. See the simple program showing runtime behavior of virtual function. Now as you can see on the screen program, I have created two classes, that is class person and class student. Now class person is my base class and class student is my derived class. Both the classes having one function, that is print, and both the function name is same, that is print. So we are going to declare base class function as virtual function. So as you can see in program, in base class, that is person class, print function I have declared as virtual. Now I have created objects of both the classes, that is person class and student class. I have created person class two objects. First object is X object, that is normal object, and second one is P object, that is pointer object. Now why we need pointer object? As I said, virtual functions can be accessed through the use of a pointer declared as a pointer to the base class. So here I have created base class person pointer object, that is P. P is my pointer object. As you can see, asterisk sign before P indicates pointer object, and student class object is Y. Now when your pointer base pointing to a base class means what you are calling the function which are there in base class. And when your pointer is pointing to a derived class, means what you are calling the function which is there in derived class. But by default you will get answer of only a base class if you don't use keyword virtual in base class. Now in our program I have used virtual keyword in base class. That means I have declared my print function in base class print function as virtual. That's why we are getting answer of both the classes, that is base class and derived class. That's why we got answer Bob from base class and Tom from derived class. If I have not used virtual, then I have get only one answer, that is Bob. That means you will not get answer from derived class. You will not get Tom. To get answer from derived class, you have to use virtual keyword. When your base class and derived class function name is same, in such case you are going to declare base class function as virtual function. Then you will get answer from both the classes, that is base class and derived class. Otherwise you will always get only one answer from base class. Runtime polymorphism is achieved only through a pointer of a base class type. Also, a base class pointer can point to the objects of base class as well as to the object of derived class. In our program, base class pointer P contains the address of object Y of derived class, as you can see on screen. Late binding is done in accordance with the content of pointer, and early binding is done according to the type of pointer. Since print function is declared with virtual keyword, so it will be bound at runtime, and print is non-virtual, so it will be bound during compile time. Moving to the next. When virtual functions are created, we should follow some rules. First rule, virtual functions must be members of some class. That means if you are using virtual function, then obviously it should be member of some class. Second one, virtual functions cannot be static members. Your virtual function cannot be static member. Third one, they are accessed through object pointer. So if you remember in example what I did, I created pointer to a base class without creating a pointer. You cannot access virtual function. That's why it is necessary to create object pointer of a base class. That's why rule is it can be accessed through the object pointer only. Next one, they can be a friend of another class. Yes, you can create virtual function and that virtual function can be a friend of another class. Next one, a virtual function must be defined in the base class even though it is not used. It means what? In the previous example, I had taken two functions, print and print. You have to make it one function as virtual. Why to make virtual? To get the answer of both the classes. That means base class as well as derived class. If you not make virtual function, you are not able to get answer of derived class. As I explained earlier, if you are not going to use virtual keyword, you are not going to get answer from derived class. So you will get answer from only base class. Next rule, we cannot have a virtual constructor, but we can have virtual destructor. Next one, virtual functions are defined in base class. They need not be redefined in derived class. So it means what the functions what the functions which are in derived class we cannot make as virtual. Only the base class functions are treated as virtual functions. Next one, a base pointer can point to any type of derived object. The reverse is not true. That is, we cannot use a pointer to derived class to access an object of the base type. Your base class can point to any derived object, but reverse is not true. It means you cannot create a pointer to derived class, and that pointer cannot point to any base class. So it means while creating a pointer, you have to be very sure that you are creating a pointer object of a base class. These all are rules of virtual function. Next, one more example of virtual function. Here I have two classes, class A and class B. Class A is my base class, class B is my derived class. In both the classes I am having function, and that function name is same, that is display. So I am declaring my base class function as virtual function. Here I have as you can see in void main, I have created pointer object of base class. Here my base class is A, so I am creating pointer object asterisk A, small a is my pointer object, and with the help of that object I am accessing derived class function. So here A is equal to ampersand B. Ampersand B, B is object of my derived class. So in A, address of class B is stored. So when I say A display, that means I am pointing to the derived class function. So in derived class function, I am writing derived class is invoked. So we are getting derived class is invoked. Here we are not calling base class function. That's why we are only getting output from derived class. Moving to the next, how virtual function works. Base class pointer can point to derived class object. In this case, using class pointer, if we call some function which is in both classes, then base class function is invoked. But if we want to invoke derived class function using base class pointer, it can be achieved by defining the function as virtual in base class. This is how virtual functions support runtime polymorphism. This is all about virtual function. Thank you.